Hi, John Morrison here from Quality Cameras and Computers. And this is John's choice of the best SLR in its price range. And the reason for that is because the Pentax K-50, upgraded from the K-30, is the most inexpensive DSLR that is weatherproof. That's right, it's weatherproof. You can take it out in the rain or the snow. You could drop it in the sand. You could run it under the tap, wipe it off, let it dry out. The camera will work fine, providing that you have closed all the doors properly for the battery and the card. So this is an SLR which has a little more to offer, maybe a lot more to offer once you look at it closely. The prism in this camera is an actual glass solid prism. In most of the other DSLRs it is actually a mirror box. And the difficulty with the mirror box is when dirt gets up in here or some paint comes loose in the dark box or whatever, or flecks get up in here, it is next to impossible to clean this without having to send the camera away for an expensive overhaul of the viewfinder. Whereas with the Pentax, with the full glass prism, you only need to clean the bottom of the prism to get rid of that kind of dirt problem. And that's becoming very prevalent in a lot of the inexpensive SLRs. Now, one of the other nice features that's exceptional with this camera is it takes both a lithium-ion battery and it will also take an optional adapter that will allow you to put pen lights in the camera. So if you are stuck and your lithium-ion battery goes dead, then you can revert to pen lights. And this is the only SLR of its kind that takes a dual type of battery. Now, the camera has won awards for its software and its ease of use as well. So on the info button that you push on the back, it gives you the most commonly adjustable items that you would want to get to quickly to respond a little bit more to the environment, to respond faster to the lighting environment under which you find yourself. White balance, the megapixel range, the autofocus, the metering, it's all here for very quick selection, either by using the cursor or by using the thumb wheel. Okay? Also, this camera has won accolades for the fact that it has two adjustable wheels. One is for your aperture and one is for your shutter speed when you're in a manual mode or an aperture priority. So it just allows you to function with the camera better than trying to find a button and make the adjustment if you're working in the aperture or shutter speed priority modes. With this camera, it's a lot faster to get to that. Also, in the software, and the reason it's won awards, is when you set it up, you can actually set it so that the font within the menus is double the size. So when you're going through the menus, you can tell clearly and see clearly where you are and where you're going. Another feature that is nice is the fact that it has a RAW button. So in the middle of shooting, if you decide you want to blow this one up and put it on your living room wall, or something you want to work with Adobe Photoshop, then all you have to do is place your thumb on that button, and when you shoot, automatically it doubles the amount of information that the sensor absorbs. Now when we get to the sensor, this is another situation with this camera where the sensor actually floats between four electromagnets. So the anti-shake aspect of riding on the back of a Harley Davidson, let's say, or a tour bus, or doing video handheld, this camera actually floats the sensor. It's not in the lens, it's in the body of the camera. So as a result, when you use the lenses that Pentax offers, you have that advantage of it being in the chassis rather than being in the lens. The camera actually comes too with a series of lenses that Pentax make, which are designated as WR, which is weather resistant, and they also are O-ring sealed and therefore weatherproof. So I think I've covered just about everything on the camera. It comes in 120 different colors, which is something more for me to try and cope with as far as what people want, but These cameras also have dropped recently in price. Many of the companies have been raising their price due to the Canadian dollar. This is April 2014, so but Pentax wants to get more aggressive in the marketplace, and their parent company Ricoh has pushed them onto the market with a price where the K-series cameras, this series of cameras, basically starts at $449. I've checked it online, and of course quality cameras, being a member of PhotoSource, we will meet prices of online retailers within Canada, of course. So, 2-year warranty, weatherproof, double wheels, adjustment wheels, which normally are only found on cameras over $1,000. Again, weatherproofing is usually only found over $1,000. 2-year warranty overall, beautiful software. Even in a white balance, you can make adjustments with this camera in camera that you can't with others. So this is my choice. Because I own my own camera shop, I can buy what I want. And this is a camera. If someone came in and said to me, John, which one would you pick on that counter? And some people do that. I say, well, what are you looking for? You're looking for an SLR? I would reach for this one. Okay? So this camera, you can come in and take a look at it. We have it in red, white, black, chartreuse, whatever. You get our free digital photography class, Digital 101, which covers the basics of the camera and the jargon, which allows you to read your instruction book and understand it better. So all this and more on the second floor, Quality Cameras, downtown Sydney.